Hey, it's the Al Capone of the microphone. Be sure to subscribe to ManDeleon Live. No chaser. I'ma give it to you straight with no chaser. Next on ManDeleon Straight with No Chaser, join me as I speak with the owner of Herbalist, Angie Kena, as we talk about the benefits of taking natural remedies and the growing interest in herbalism. Next on ManDeleon Straight with No Chaser. What's going on, good people? It's the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone. And as you see, I got another special guest today and tonight, depending on when you're watching this. But I have another lovely guest, and you just seen who it was, so we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna bring her right in.
Hey,
Next on
hey,
Man,
hey.
there it is on ManDeleon Straight with No Chaser. We have the lovely Miss Angie Kena. How you doing?
I am great. Happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Lovely, lovely. So first of all, let's just tell the people a little bit about yourself, like just who you are and all of that.
All right, so I'm Angie. Everybody call me Angie. And originally from Philly, I just moved out to Atlanta. And I went to school for herbalism. I have a lot of healthcare issues, so that was kind of like my little personal thing to, fuel my own little health. I have a child. I have a 3-year-old. I'm married, and life is great, really. Like, I don't know, like,
Okay. So you said you've been so you say you just moved from Philly. So you how long you been in Atlanta?
this will be a year now in June. Like, this makes a year. I
Okay.
came out here last year because my father was sick, and he passed, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I decided to stay out here with my mom and kind of help her keep track of, things, kind of just help her with some things that my dad used to help her with, and start a new life down here, really. And it's been like really amazing because things are so different here than they are in Philly. People are a lot more supportive, and it's just welcoming. It's like a warm welcome, big difference from here to Philly.
The Southern hospitality, is that real?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very real. It's very real.
Okay, so you're a certified herbalist, but what started you on that journey? I mean, I know
So
you said that excuse me, I know you kind of said like because you had health issues, but was it that or was it, more than that?
it was a little more than that. It was deeper than, just my health. It was my mental health because dealing with hospitals and doctors, you don't realize how people don't really understand African Americans or certain conditions. Like, I have sickle cell. I was born with it. It's hereditary. It's a blood disease. It's not transmittable or transferable or anything like that. And it's like more than 5 out of 9 people have sickle cell. African Americans have sickle cell, or people of color. It's not just a black disease, and that's where a lot of doctors and medical practitioners get it messed up. So for me, it was going through that system, not being understood, not being properly treated, not being properly diagnosed, and hoping and looking for something better for myself. And that's what started my journey, really, just looking to better my own health without the help of Western medicine. I don't like being under the influence like that, especially of like hard drugs like oxycodone and Percocets and stuff like that. Doctors were prescribing that shit to me heavy. Ooh,
Mhm.
am I allowed to speak
You,
freely?
you're fine.
All right.
It is what it is.
But doctors prescribe that stuff to you on a regular and then decide to turn around and want to say, oh, you're a drug seeker or you're addicted, this, that, and the third. So I tried to pull myself away from that and kind of find other methods to heal and to relieve pain and whatever else I could do.
Mhm. So and I just want to say I do understand that my granddaughter suffers from it. So
Wow.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
so she has a, you know, my granddaughters, because
Yeah.
their mom has it. So
Okay.
um, you know, so
How old are they?
they are they are 4 and 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But
Okay.
I mean, but you know, but anyway.
Yeah.
uh so that kind of started your journey. So how long ago was that?
That was probably when I became more of an adult,
Okay.
around 25.
Hmm.
I'm 34 now. So, it was like about 10 years ago, basically.
Okay.
And I started with different things like skincare because the IVs and the tape and the gauze and everything like that would really eat up and burn up at my skin. So I started making body butters for myself.
Right.
And from there, like my family and friends love my body butters. I started making more sugar scrubs and oils, and I started there. But then I started to want to infuse them with things that are not only going to make your skin look nice, but heal your skin as well. And it just kept getting deeper and deeper. I realized I had a liver disease from sickle cell, and I needed a liver transplant in 2017. So I was on the liver transplant list and wound up getting dropped from the program because a doctor said that they did not feel that I was mentally stable enough, to go through the procedure. And it's like, who are you to tell me, I'm not mentally stable enough to have a life, to live healthily. So they dropped me from the list. And from there, I went full on herbalist. I started to research different herbs. I started to, because I know the liver regenerates.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, how can I heal the blood, to heal the liver, to, regenerate that thing faster. So
Hmm.
that's what got my kick. I started making herbal supplements. I started eating less meat, no pork, like not a lot of beef. I tried veganism. It's hard. It's very hard. But I just kind of weaned myself away from certain things. And here I am today, years later, with a healthy liver. I have a lot of doctor's visits from that perspective anyway. And it just was a sign to me to believe in yourself and look into what you can do for yourself.
Mm.
You can't always rely on these doctors. They getting paid to give you whatever it is that they supposed to give you. So
You know, like I say, they practicing.
exactly. Exactly. It's just practicing. You don't
I
even
mean,
really know what you're doing.
excuse me for some any doctors that's out there, but I mean, they give them these
Mhm.
titles like words is what they. I mean, they
A
give them these
licensed
words for a reason.
practitioner.
I mean, and we had a
Yeah,
couple people that was in here just wanted to show some love. We got Michael
that's my
Ayers,
hubby.
Ayers in
Hi,
there.
babe.
He wanted to show some love. There we go. Um, we got my man King Royal up in there. What's going on?
What's good? What's good?
You know who that is?
Right. Yes, that's my girl, Tamasha.
Okay,
Hey, babe.
that's what's up. How you doing? And and
Okay.
oh, look,
It's
my
that
man.
Philly girl coming out.
Look, my man must know
He
something
caught it.
about Philly. Look, see,
He
I
caught
got
it.
look. But so being able to say like, so once you started doing that, no, first of all, you was diagnosed with something, and so are you basically saying like you actually went through that and did your own remedies and was able to I want to say better heal yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I have not seen a what they call a hepatologist, a liver doctor,
Mm-hmm.
in over 6 years. So from that diagnosis, to me taking my health into my own hands and really going in on the herbs and looking into different treatments and things like that, natural treatments and herbalistic remedies, I put my liver in a better condition than it was with the medications that they were prescribing me. So I'm not saying that it's fully healed and recovered, but it's in a position where I don't need, to be taking any pharmaceutical medications.
Okay, so when you so being that you're certified, when did you like attend school or class? Like when did you go through that process? Did you do that to better understand what you needed to do to do that? How did that come about?
So that actually took a little later. It came a little later. I just recently got certified last year. When I moved out here to Georgia, it kind of put a damper on how things were going because I couldn't get into a doctor's office soon enough to really get sickle cell treatment. And when my sickle cell, kind of went downhill, my liver disease went downhill with it. So being as though I wasn't being treated for sickle cell out here for about 6 months prior to, getting any help, I had to forward what I already knew, and kind of like bricking, like make it. I'm sorry, what am I trying to say? I had to solidify it. I had to solidify it. I read books. I had, did some research. I bought a bunch of books on herbs and aromatherapy, oils and stuff like that. And I would read a lot. So I knew a lot and I could treat myself. But in order for me to take it further, I had to get certified. And I decided, I have to go to school for this. I have to, make sure that what I'm doing, I can not only do for myself, but I could do for my family. Because when I came down here, like I said, my dad was sick. And I wanted to low-key try to heal him herbally, but it was a little late for that. So I just went to school, and I did I went online, and I got my certificate online.
Okay. But you're certified.
But I'm certified.
I mean, folks go to school online. Folks get degrees online all the time. So don't say
Absolutely.
that don't say it like it's a real thing. Look,
Nah. That wasn't what that was.
No, I just want you to know. I'm telling you, don't we ain't gonna play it light at all.
Yeah, thank you.
But like I said, so you official, and so
absolutely.
So with that, so what came with the business? Because I know you said you originally, because I know you do more now, but I know originally you started off with like the butter. I mean, like the shea. I mean the stuff for the skin,
body
the
butters and shea butters and stuff like that. Yeah.
So how did that transition into a business?
My sister actually kept asking for my butters. And she just kept asking for me to make her butters. And at one point in time, she's like, I need like a 32-ounce jar of body butter and a 32-ounce jar of sugar scrub. And I'm just like, yo, like, you're going to have to pay for this.
Right.
And next thing you know, my aunt
probably
was
getting paid for it. She was probably
I need to get paid.
Like,
so I set up a monthly like subscription for my sister, my mom, and a couple of my cousins and some girlfriends that were, okay with purchasing my butters. Right. And it kind of just spread word of mouth from there.
So like that, it just turned in like like, ooh, girl, what you got that, like, oh, my cousin, this my cousin stuff, right? Like I need, and then I mean something like that, like
I think what really did it was the mica powder. So I have this. I think you looked at the oil, but it's an oil that has like shimmer in it, and it was a really great oil. It was just really soft, light on your skin. And it just left your skin, no matter what complexion you were, with this goldeny glow. And I had the sugar scrub like that, the body butter like that, and the oil. And I think that my girls were going out glistening. And people are seeing them glistening and glowing. And they're like, yo, what you got on? Your skin, you look so pretty, or you smell good, because the body butters had a really great like cookie, baked cookie kind of smell. And everybody loved it. Like they just ate that. They just ate it up and they wanted more. So it took off pretty quick.
You taking pictures, you be all shining in the pictures in the club. You like
Yep, yep. My girls was going on vacations. They was
Uh-huh.
taking trips to the beach and everything like that. So yeah, they taking their pics and they posting them, and everybody like, yo, your skin is popping.
Is that still available?
I do them custom. It is still available on my website, which I'm working on right now. It's under construction, but it will be up within the next month.
Okay, because when people see this,
I know.
they're gonna be like, "Yo, I need
my
that."
Instagram.
Like, I
my
need
Instagram.
it. Right. Like, I need to,
Instagram and DM me. I do custom orders all the time. It's not a problem.
Okay, there it is. So now, like, so what type of things that you have out now that you have, that you're selling now?
Now my biggest product is probably my herbal teas, and my fruit teas and my smoking blends. So my herbal teas and my fruit teas, I, dehydrate my own fruits. I pick my herbs from the garden. I have like a couple of hydroponic planters right here that I have herbs in front of me and stuff like that. But I have a garden. I'm big on, like trying to be outside and be in my garden and things like that. So I make my fruit teas and I make my herbal teas, and they're just a really big seller. Like my Wild Island mango tea is good cold, it's good hot. Like it's just so many fruits and herbs in there that like you wouldn't believe that you're getting like healthy benefits from something that tastes so good. And
Right.
that's the comments that I get a lot from my customers when it comes to my herbal teas.
Now, I'll be honest. I purchased, some of your fruit tea.
Okay.
And typically, because even my wife was like, "You don't typically like fruit teas," like, which is true, because normally it's in the morning. Because normally, like, I don't want nothing fruity in the morning.
Okay.
Right. So, because I want to feel like I'm drinking some tea. I don't care. I just want to feel like just not fruity. Like I said, I have something where it's something else, but
like a black
anyway,
tea or something like that.
Yeah, but not black, because I just can't really drink any. It's going to be herbal tea, because
Okay.
I really can't drink nothing that's caffeinated. So
Okay.
already, so it's going to be something on that nature, but it's just the fruity thing. So what I actually did, I did make it that morning. I made the tea, but I made it that night.
Okay.
And then let it cool the next morning, and I took it to work. So that's what I drunk during the day, like with some, with some ice or whatnot. So
nice. Did you get the mango one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's downstairs. Yeah,
Okay.
it's downstairs. Yeah, but yeah. So I actually done that like a couple days in a row. So like, because like during the day, like I already drink a lot of water. So but sometime doing it, you want to break up something with just some flavor, some taste or something. So so for me, that's during the day. Like, so I still drink like some some herbal tea in the morning, but it's just that now it's something I can drink as an iced tea throughout the day. So and then knowing that it's fresh, because I'm already got my steep, so it's just knowing that where that it's fresh, like without the extra additives.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So because it's like say like I buy I cook a lot, right?
Okay.
So I like fresh herbs, fresh stuff anyway, or vegetables and whatnot. So like I cook with fresh garlic, but I was doing something, I don't know, for some reason I end up getting some minced garlic from somewhere, right?
Okay.
Which I don't really buy like the minced garlic at the store anymore, because I just already had it. Like, so even when I had that, I still got garlic at home. So I'm reading the ingredients. I'm like, it just should be garlic and oil.
Right.
Like, it shouldn't be nothing else in but garlic and oil.
Exactly.
Like, what is all this extra? Like, for what?
Yeah, they need
Don't
preservatives.
tell me it's to preserve it and to keep
Color
it.
to preserve the color, to preserve the flavor, to
Don't tell
preserve
me
the
all
life.
that. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I really get that, like, because that's what I prefer, to really be on that. But so you got the teas.
Got the teas.
So I also noticed that you have like the stirs, like, and I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh yeah, the honey lemon tea stirs.
I actually got one right here. Look,
Okay,
look,
I was about to pull one
look,
out for
look,
you.
look,
Okay,
look, look.
yeah.
I support. I'll be for real
I
about
love
it. Look,
it. I
I look,
love it.
and let me just put it out there. So I seen this young lady. You know, I was actually at New Black Wall Street with my wife, and she was, you know, doing her thing. Shout out to Gigi's Beauty Bar LLC.
Hey, you did my
And
mom lashes, hook them Jones up.
okay, right. She was mom's though,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Mom
mom
was
looking
over.
nice.
Mom was over there like, look, I see dude stopping over there like, look,
Yeah,
anyway.
man. He kept stopping. He kept stopping.
Yeah. Hey, she had them. Hey, had them lashes popping, boy. But like I say, you know, but you had a table and you had some fabulous things on it, like I say, and you know, and I'm somebody that, you know, I know a little and I'm always learning, but and I see people do a lot of things, but I thought these was pretty cool. Matter of fact, after the show, I'm about to go. I'm actually, I gotta go try one now.
That's your special. That's the special, ain't it?
Yeah, this is the special one.
That's the
But
special
they had
one.
a non-special one, but this is the special one. But we ain't gonna go into all of that. But this is special.
Right. Put me up for the specials though.
But tell them but typically what tell people what this actually is.
So the honey lemon tea stirrer is basically honey, cane sugar, and essential lemon oil cooked down into a candy form, and it's basically just cooked till you hit about 300 degrees, and you mold them. And it's a tea stirrer, so you just stir it in your tea. It's like a lollipop, but you put it in your tea, and it sweetens and flavors your tea, so that way you don't have to use like white sugar or, you know, whatever like that. Or if you're on the go, you don't have to have a jar of honey somewhere. You know, you don't have to look around for packets. You got this little tea stirrer in your bag. All you gotta do is stir that jar right in your cup.
And I love this. And I look, I'm selling these, right? I love this because it's a long stick. Cause like a lot of times you don't have, you know, like a lot of times everybody got big cups. You know, like they don't have like a small, you know, the cup you carry be like a big cup. So, you know, you can get it down there and
right.
So
right.
And I'm somebody that I stopped using sugar in my tea like years ago. So I really only use like honey. And if I run out of honey, I'm gonna go to cat and grab some brown sugar. It just ain't regular sugar.
Right.
Like I'm just telling you. But I really like this right here. So, but I'm gonna really let you know how I feel about it.
Okay.
when I try it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like I said, I tried the tea. You know, so and like I said, you have so it was some other and I know you had like so you had some bracelets and some stones, but and this is one that first one I was really eyeing. I might still have to come back and find you and get that one, order that one because a lot of times, you know, people sell stuff, and I'm somebody like I like it got to have some type of meaning.
Absolutely.
Right? Like I just don't do stuff for effect. I don't do stuff for fashion. I don't do stuff for, you know, like it has to mean something. So, so for me, like, you know, if I'm wearing something, because if I'm wearing something, somebody's going to approach you and say, "Hey, what does that mean?"
Right.
I need to say, "Hey, this is what this means."
Exactly.
Right. So, and then for me, it got to be significant to whatever I'm on and whatever. So, I noticed that you had like some different type of stones, and you had some stones that I don't normally see. You know, like the average stones that you know you might just see at a lot of places where people, you know, sell stones.
Right.
So tell me about some of them stones that you particularly had that day on that table.
So I like these little mushroom stones, and I actually have one on my pendant here. This is a opalite mushroom stone. It's just in the shape of stones, and I like to wrap the mushrooms or whatever like that and sell them as pendants. But each one, like some of the stones that I like to keep around are like basic stones, but protection stones, you know, love energy stones, stones for your heart chakra, you know, things that really are beneficial to people. For example, stones for anxiety, like lepidolite. This is a really pretty purple stone. it looks different. It's kind of raw, whatever like that, kind of different looking. I like that because a lot of people have anxieties, or people will have like issues with um haters, and things like that. So you need protection stones, and you need anxiety stones, you need courage stones, and things like that. So I try to keep a lot of tiger's eye, a lot of rose quartz, amethyst, lepidolite, onyx, and tourmaline, and selenite to help cleanse all of those stones. And what I was explaining to, ManDeleon, I was explaining to him that when you have a stone, you have to cleanse your stone. You have to set intentions on your stones. And a lot of people don't know that, or don't understand that. When you buy a stone, a gemstone from a random seller anywhere, you want to take that stone home and cleanse it. And the way you cleanse most of your stones, you can either sit it in the ground outside in natural soil, and that will help to remove the negative energies or any intentions that have been set upon those stones. You want to be able to set your own intentions on your stones so that they work for what you need them for. If I buy an anxiety stone and it belonged to somebody else prior to, me buying it, their anxieties are all over that stone. The stone doesn't have enough energy to help me with my anxieties if I don't cleanse it before using it. So that was something that's really important, to know and understand when you have stones and when you're dealing with stones. And I explained that to him as well. So there's a lot of different ways to cleanse stones. It depends on what type of stone you have too. So
and
look up your stones.
And that's and I was really intrigued by that, because that was the first time that I ever heard that, or the first time anybody ever said that. I was really like, because it made me think like, oh man, I need to go cleanse these stones, like, like, and I got some that somebody gave me somewhere, and like now I'm trying to think where they at, like, because I just need to get them all together. So when you say in natural soil, you just mean like just on the ground, in the grass?
In the grass.
Like,
in the grass. Yep.
Okay.
The earth has a natural energy, and the natural energy that the earth has can kind of balance and, like they say, ground anyone. So that energy from the earth, just that natural soil, it helps to pull the negativity and anything that's on that stone, or anything that's been set into that stone, to clear it and to kind of like bless it, I guess, kind of, clear it and bless it to make
like
it what
rejuvenate it, like give it new
rejuvenated and stuff like that. Give it that energy, give it that freedom to obtain your energy. There it is.
See, Michael said he keep and what's that? And I know that stone. What is that called again?
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yeah, that's another really strong protection stone.
He said he keep it on his wrist. Keep that negative energy off him.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. No, I was gonna say, like, I be feeling like I don't wear some of my stuff enough, right? Or depending on where I'm going that day, like I was like, okay, it might not be appropriate. And when I say it might not be appropriate, I mean it's like for me, like I got unks, but I can't. They're not appropriate for me to wear them at work because they long and then because of what I do, it just I'm gonna lose them, I'm gonna break them or something, and I'm gonna be upset.
Absolutely.
So
that's understandable.
So it's not appropriate for me to wear because of what I do, but it be some days I be feeling like I need it, and it like. And then some days I just really tuck it, and I just wear it.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. Some days just tuck it or put it in your pocket, and when you feel that energy, like you feel something creeping up on you, just put it in your pocket and touch it. Just touch it, because it helps. It really helps.
And I just thought I might, like, I don't know if I just thought it was me. Like, I'm just thinking, like, man, you just don't want, like, but I'm still, but I was believing it. Like, I'm not telling nobody this, I'm not having no comment. This is just me, myself. I'm not really, this is what I'm thinking though. Like, and I'll be getting ready to walk out the door. I'll be like, I don't know, today I just feel like I just need to put this on. I don't know why. Like,
that's the source. That's the source giving you that information. Hey, you need this protection today. You need this guidance today. You need this energy today. whatever it is, that's the universe and source letting you know, keep this with you today. You may come in contact with something that needs you, that you may need to be grounded or you may need to be guarded from. When you get those feelings, that's your intuition. You gotta listen to that. Gotta make sure you listen to that intuition.
Definitely. And see that, and that be the problem, right? Because just like everybody, you had those, the dilemma. The dilemma is which voices you're supposed to be listening to, right? The dilemma is which one is stronger, and which one is, because you done had a decision to make before where you feel like you got options, right? And you'll be like, I got options. I can do this or I can do that. And the problem be like, you don't really know which option is really better for you in the long run. And so you take the one that kind of look better right now.
That's true.
Even though you don't know which one is better for you in the long run, you like, man, but this is kind of shiny right here, though. They said, so you take
but
that
once again, I feel like deep down, like you just know. And a lot of the times when you take that shiny object, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, you feel like you just made a come up.
Right.
But once you get to the other side, it's like, are we still up?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel you on that.
It's a challenge. I just always trust, like my thing is I try to trust my gut and just go with it. And I try not to be mad at myself if it's not the right outcome, because everybody make mistakes. And instead of taking it as a loss, I take it as a lesson. I always say that I don't take L. Well, I take L's, but my L's are lessons, not losses. And that way you can, you make it sure that you learn from everything that happens. So if it happened again, you could think back like, oh, well, this what happened when I did that last time. Maybe I should take the other road, or maybe I should, try a little different method this time. And, you see where it goes from there. And
you
never know.
You definitely learn from not making the right decisions. Right. Well, you should learn from them.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So like for you, I know it's deeper than that because I met your mom. And so what part in what you do now that she has to do with that?
My mom is like, you mean like as far as the business?
But I asked to you your interest. I mean, because I know like health reason, but you was kind of explaining to me like, yo, she been knowing and doing, because it was something that we was talking about, and you was like, oh, like you need to talk to her about that. Like, and I can't remember exactly what the
I don't remember what it was either. Dang.
But it was something like oh, like if we could really sit down and have this discussion, I was really because I know some knowledge was there. Like I was really, but so I'm just.
My mom has been a big part of everything, as far as helping to keep me spiritually and mentally sane throughout my whole health journey. She's been right there the whole time. As far as me learning and growing as a herbalist, she's been encouraging. She's been my low-key guinea pig, like I make everything that I make, my mom tries for me. And she will tell me, hey, you need to fix this, or this ain't, that ain't it. Or that's a good one, keep that. And it's just like, she's the one that'll tell me if she knows, or like if she feels something changing, or if she feels something from taking an herbal supplement that I make, or if she sees a growth in her hair from an oil that I made, just different things like that. She's my right hand, my right hand man when it comes to my products. I'll say, like she's that.
Okay. Well, I wanted to make
But
sure we
she got
gave
all
her.
types of knowledge on everything.
I wanted to make sure we gave her a just due.
Absolutely. Gotta give mommy a shout out. Gotta give mommy a shout out.
um, so Sunkissed Holistic Co. So where does that come from? What inspired that name, and where does that?
So I guess sun-kissed for me has always looked like brown people. People of color are sun-kissed. And, I feel like that was kind of my target audience. Being as though I'm a Black woman and I'm majority around African Americans or people of color, I felt like I wanted to do something specifically for them. Not to mention, when I started, I was doing everything for, because of my sickle cell and, my liver condition. When you think about sickle cell, you think about African Americans or, the minority groups. And that's kind of where I started. But that's always where I wanted to keep my business, because I feel like our people support each other to a different extent, when they see that you've actually put in the work behind what you're doing. And like I said, when I came here, I just felt that warm welcome. And I felt like this business is not only for me, but it's for my people. And I want to help my people learn how to heal themselves without Western medicine and without all of these tips and tricks from doctors and pharmacies and pharmaceuticals. It was just something for me to kind of give back to my community.
Definitely, definitely. So I mean, with saying that, so first of all, I love the logo.
Thank you.
I thought that was dope because
Shout out to
yeah, I
hubby
think
for the logo.
yeah, that's that. Well, shout out to you, but that's a dope logo.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure, like, yeah, we gotta pop that logo. That thing is, yeah, that's a dope logo.
Hmm.
But yeah, so with saying that, like, so now, um, the beauty, like you said, the beauty of being here and having that type of business is like, it's like the support you might get because um there's a lot of interest. Um,
Hmm.
and even now, even more so. So I know a lot of people got their own take on what's going on right now, what's really
Hmm.
like evolving in these last couple years, and actually just this year in 2024 alone. Um,
Right.
but um, but it's really been a real uprise, or like a lot of people becoming either more conscious or like, or people, more herbalists out
Hmm.
there, or people just more or less doing what you did, but not for the same reasons, just
Right.
more or less just educating themselves because you got a lot of people who's already, let's say they're vegan, or they cutting out
Mm.
meat or whatnot, or they've been stopped eating pork or for whatever reason. A lot of people wouldn't eat pork for religious reasons, or for whatever. So now it's more so like, hey, it's none of that. It's not these, I'm just want to better myself, or they just feel like the food and what they making now and the stuff that, it's not even the same stuff that we even grew up on. like
Yeah. How about that?
like even to say that is like totally different. And but being somebody that grew up like planting a garden, like as a kid, I mean as a kid, like we had big gardens, like so.
Okay.
And I'm originally from Ohio, so it wasn't down here in Georgia, but I'm originally from Cleveland.
Okay.
So,
All
but
right.
in the neighborhoods I grew up in, it was just like the neighborhood. It wasn't just us. It was like everybody in the neighborhood had gardens. So
Hmm.
it was like a competition thing. Like who, you go around look at like it was a
Who got
thing.
the
But
best garden? Who got the biggest
right,
garden?
right.
That's
But
dope.
the,
That's
but the
dope.
thing, was is that you know, I didn't appreciate it as I should then, right? It's just a lovely part of being able to go outside and just grab some bell peppers and some, some
Mm-hmm.
potatoes out the garden and wash that stuff off and chop it up and cook it, right?
Yeah.
Just the beauty of that. But because I used to hate it because like I come home from school and it'd be like a big bag of some beans out there. I gotta go snap some
You got
beans
to
and
clean. Uh-huh.
some peppers or like pick some weed. Like it was but that was my thing. That's why I have like a appreciation for it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I wish I could do that here. I just really haven't, I done grew stuff in price. I just need some property. I'm gonna give me some property and just be able to do some stuff like how I want to. But like I say, it was just but now everything is more back to this because there was a time where that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah.
and now it's like kind of coming back to this where everybody's more or less on this, but I kind of want your take on what you kind of think about what's going on right now and what do you think some of the reasons are?
Well, I believe some of the biggest reasons are people are becoming more educated about how the government is changing and editing and monitoring our food. They're doing a lot of antibiotics and a lot of chemical GMO things to our food, and people are noticing changes in their bodies and in their health and things like that. I think that's one of the biggest reasons, but also having issues with doctors not being able to diagnose or not being able to treat your actual diagnoses. Doctors are giving you medications that are treating your symptoms, it's not treating your disease or your illness. And you wind up taking all these medications, and all these medications have side effects. So people are thinking, I
I
feel
was
like
just about
people,
to say that too. I was about to say like the
yeah,
side.
people are getting tired of the side effects and getting sicker when they're taking a medication that's supposed to make them feel better. So they're moving on to find alternative medicines and alternative healthcare practices. So that's another big reason that I believe that people are, moving more so towards herbalism and herbal medication and things like that. There is less risk behind herbal medicine. You can kind of self-treat a little bit. Like you can if you have a diagnosis, you can kind of treat that herbally, you know, if you have a little bit of knowledge. On top of that, it's really expensive dealing with insurance companies and people not being able to get the medications they need. uh, you know Trying to find different medications or different doses to fix whatever the ailment is. People get tired of that. People get tired of that, and it's stressful. And you wind up having more frustrations and more stress that just cause more ailments at the end of the day, dealing with the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors. So people are starting to, find that manufactured products are not beneficial, and they're looking for
Right.
more natural remedies.
And what's funny to me is that it's like it's like uh it's like saying it's getting something like, hey man, this is a cherry flavor. Instead of just going to get you some damn cherries. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like I'm
Yep.
going to get some cherries, man.
Yeah. Just
Right? Like, because everything's artificial, right?
artificially
Like,
flavored or
that's why,
enhanced some
like,
kind of way.
right? Like, don't give me no watermelon and ain't got no seeds in it. Like,
Yep.
I'm good on
Yep.
that.
I don't want no fruit that don't got no seeds in it.
Like, come
I don't
on,
want
man.
no
I
vegetable.
got
I
nobody
don't
with
want.
that rubbery stuff that you grew somewhere. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's one thing that I just recently got on top of. Like being in Philadelphia for so long, having to kind of not really having the option of going to a farmer's market, or being able to go somewhere and pick my own fruit and vegetables, just going to a mass produce market or a mass supermarket where everything is just thrown in a barrel with
Like, hey,
stickers
man.
on it. I
Hey,
didn't have
hey,
a choice.
right.
Yeah, I didn't have no choice. But now out here, I have the option, and I actually have bell peppers in my backyard. I could pull out
There you
my
go.
grass.
That's a
I could
beautiful
pull my
thing
those.
right there. That's a
I could
beautiful
peel my
thing.
thyme and my rosemary and my herbs to season my whatever. Because when you have to deal with it, it's like a slave, like still being a slave to the system. Even with the food, you're eating this food that they've chemically changed, that they've chemically modified. That modification is causing you sicknesses. Now those sicknesses are making you go to the hospital. It's a never ending cycle. You go into the hospital, you getting prescribed medications. Now these medications causing more symptoms. Now you need more medications for these symptoms.
I just don't understand. I mean, like we all see the commercials, right? I just don't understand how you could put something in plain day and the dude, and they just be having all these people. Look, every commercial, everybody having fun. They be like, might cause blindness, might cause sudden side effects, might continue shaking. They be like having fun. You be like, what is this commercials about, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
I don't understand it, but I mean, and then they be like, yeah, I need to do that. Like, huh? Like, you don't need that for your skin. Like, like I, you know, like you say, you know, I continue to educate myself. And there's just some things that I know I could do myself, and then if I just or basically choose not to do, which would better myself. Like I know I got vices and stuff that I do that no matter like all the healthy stuff I do, and if I go have me a beer, that just kind of threw it all out the window. Like I do get that. Like I'm honest with myself though. Right. But I can still do my part without doing all that other. You know what I'm saying? So like, but that's like self. Like I chose that. I know what that is. As to those things that you like, it's undercover because this is supposed to be healthy, and this is supposed to be good for me because this is the commercial and this is what you preach to me. And you say, you know, like when they used to say milk does a body good.
And it's crazy because I had to, when I realized what milk was and what they were doing to it to make it look and taste edible, I was sick.
I'm just saying.
I was sick. Like I couldn't. And then I don't even call it milk anymore. I'm not gonna tell you what I call it, but I don't even call it milk no more.
Hey, well, look, as long as you ain't consuming it, it don't even matter.
I don't.
look, it don't even matter. Look, and it's just crazy because I say this because it's just personal experience. You know, I watched my dad go through prostate cancer, and my dad used to drink so much milk, skim milk, whole milk, whatever kind of milk. Like he just bought a gallon and gallons of ice cream and like. You know, just when they older, they just be wanting to do stuff that just
they do what they want to do when they older.
Right. He retired. He don't care. Like, you know. but it was just excuse me, it was just one of those things. I'm just like, and when I say I've seen him go through this, like I went to the appointments with him. Like when they was explaining to him, and I was like, man, I don't need to see this. I was listening and seeing some stuff I ain't want to hear, but I was there to support my pops, but as I got older and I learned, I was, I started thinking like, man, this might have had a lot to do with it based on his conditions, and I started learning stuff. I'm like, man, if I'd have known that, and that in itself just kind of turned. I mean, I already didn't really, was extra with it, but that in itself was just like, okay, I'm good. I don't even need to eat no cereal. Like, I'm good. Why am I, like, just anyway, like, for what? Like, so eventually I just kind of, and I didn't, like, had no discussion with nobody. Like, man, I ain't drinking milk. Like,
you just dropped it. What I need to tell anybody for? I'm done.
Because that's the problem. Like, people got to, like, let everybody know they doing something. They need a pat on the back for every little accomplishment they do. Or something, right? But for me, I mean, you just don't tell certain people stuff because it's backlash to everything you do, especially when you're trying to do something
good, something healthy.
Right. But it's better, if you're trying to better yourself, don't nobody want to hear that.
Absolutely. That's so true. That is so true.
So they'll tell you every reason why it don't even make sense and what you're doing is dumb. And then they're going to say, well, cheese got milk in it, and you got milk, and now they're gonna break down everything that got dairy in it. They're just still like, yeah, I know that too, but I just ain't drinking milk.
Right.
But look, I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. I want you to let everybody know where they could find Sunkissed Holistic, and just you gotta look back there. You gotta look right there. Can I zoom in?
No. But you guys can find me at Sunkissed_Holistics on Instagram, TikTok, and I think I'm only on Instagram and TikTok right now. So okay. Sunkissed_Holistics on Instagram and TikTok.
And the website coming soon.
Sooner than you know it. Hit the DMs for now, though.
But they can go to your Instagram and then actually see the products and actually order from there and message you or whatever and actually get the products. Because definitely go support her, because she does have listen, man. I look, I ain't playing, man. Look, I support, man. It's real out here, man. It's real out here, man. Look, I ain't just want people to show up like, you know what? I like what you're doing. And now, man, we gotta support our businesses out here. We gotta show love, all of that. But like I say, I definitely appreciate you for coming on ManDeleon Straight with No Chaser. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you so much.
Much love and success to you. All right.
Peace.
All right. There you have it. We just had the lovely Miss Angie on from Sunkissed Holistics. Man, definitely go check her out. Great product. I stand on it. I ain't gonna stand up, but I stand on it, man. I used it. I used some of her products, man, already myself. I'm about to go try that sucker. Want to go make me some tea right now. See what's up with one of them suckers, man. I'm just trying to tell you. But it's the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone. I'm out of here like a breeze through the trees, and when I'm going, I'm taking all the leads. Much love and success. Y'all stay blessed.